Good evening and salutations, my being friends. Okay, so I gotta sit there and say Steffi gave the most fakest performance I've seen. She was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's all fine. Yeah, no, I'll work on the book. Yeah, no, I'll take orders from Hope. Yeah, I was angry and stuff like that, but I gotta invest I gotta protect my investments, and I gotta leave my mark on the world or whatever. My family, they don't want to come back or whatever, but I'm totally fine with it, and I'm just like, and all just looking like, so you really cool with just taking orders from Brooke and Hope? Cool with that? Yeah, well, I think it's for the best of the company. Now, a couple of things she did at the end say just to leave some breadcrumbs is that there's people that probably have shaky ground with them, being like, hey, listen, a lot of the forces are gone. How we going to sit there and do business with you? You know, those type of things is going to want to happen, especially such a big shift like that. And as long as there is a force there to sit there and back them up, like, yeah, no, 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 the family still believes in them. I'm here. That could actually work in a favor. But that's the only thing that could work in our favor. Because let's just be honest. While the family is not there practically playing quarterback and Reg and his usual bootlicking of Steffi being like, oh, she's the best thing since sliced bread. All of them can admit that, well, she's going to be under suspicion. Okay? They're going to look at her kind of funny like, why are you back here for? So her pitch is going to have to knock it out the park. Otherwise, you know, halfway through the episode was like, oh, you think she did it, or and somebody else was like, or maybe she's heading back home and she's afraid to sit there and tell us. But Steffi does come back, and Steffi's like, yeah, it was kind of an uphill battle. They were definitely substance motives, but she does feel like she's confident that she sold it. And the thing is, she's like, it's a misdirection. So while people are sitting there looking at her, making sure she's on the up and up, they're not going to see what's coming. What is coming? Something about Daffy and her goofy ass plan. That's really about it. Um, Lee is able to get the well, she's able to get the assistant to give her the liver, and now she's going to sit there and test it against Luna's blood to sit there and see if they're father and daughter. That is it in a nutshell. If she's being cryptic, she's not really saying too much because, I mean, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure that's probably against hospital policy to sit there and test somebody else's blood without their knowledge. So that's why she's being so cryptic about it. Now, Bill really set some ground rules. He was like, hey, listen, because Luna's not there talking, and Luna's like, there was a point I was really happy when I felt like you were my father, or I thought you were my father. And Bill's like, I mean, we lied, right? Yeah. You're not doing that anymore. There's no going to be no lying, no shenanigans. There's one point where he asked her, so, how'd you do it? And at first, I thought he was just saying, how'd you kill Tom Starr and Hollis? I was like, no, not again. No, we're really not going to sit there and go through that. Instead, she retold the story of how she was able to switch the DNA test, which we all know is impossible because she's like, oh, I somehow managed to get past Lee. And, she was the most that was suspicious of me. Yeah, you got past her when she was standing right there the entire time. It's not like she went to go take a little potty break or anything like that. She was there the entire time. So you're sitting there telling me that you just, I mean, because unless you're the Flash, you're not getting past her. But anyway, she retold that BS story. And, Bill pretty much was like, yeah, just to make sure that we're on the same page, you're not my daughter. Okay, you're not going to be a Spencer. So let's just get that out the way. But I'm here to help you. I'm here to sit there and guide you. And of course, what does Luna what does Luna do? Oh, let's see. She makes excuses for why she did what she did. Now, of course, the foreshadowing is when Bill sits there and says at the end of the day, the only person who's ever going to be your father, which is not me, I ain't going to be your daddy, is going to be Tom Starr. But if you saw the previews, which they did a really crappy job by pretty much telling us on Friday what they told us on Friday. Now, if you didn't see it, then I'm not going to spoil it, but they pretty much spoiled it. They pretty much spoiled it. I don't. Yeah, I guess they didn't sit there. What are you just not paying these assistants enough? Like, how do you sit there and put something like that in your trailer to spoil the whole thing? It's kind of like General Hospital with the whole Michael burning and everything like that. It's like, and it was up for 3 hours. Like, no, you guys are not sitting there paying your assistants well enough. You're not paying your interns or something like that because that's not a accidental thing. That's a I don't give a damn if it came out oh wow thing. Um, yeah, that's pretty much about it. This episode was not really much of anything. Young and Restless, which is why I didn't do a review on it because that was really nothing. Plus it was getting a little kind of late, so I mean even pulling out this is kind of late, but it's being big. I mean, you can, you know, but I think if I had more time, I can probably craft something. But I gotta sit there and tell you just off rip. Lionel is, eh. Now, if I missed anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll be talking about all the shows during our hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless. I will see you in the next video and hopefully live stream.